How do you stay in the fight? How do you go from? Because I feel like a two-point will make you be like, man,
Well, you
am I ever
start
going to come out of there?
You start by joining programs like Uplift.
Yes.
You get encouragement. You put yourself in rooms that supports you, not to put down you. You don't need a downer. You need an upper when it's times like that. So my best advice is just keep pushing.
Right.
Push. And you know what push stands for, right?
Tell me.
Push until something happens.
I got it booming. Stats going up, we all going dumb, not stupid. Trying to keep up with me, I told them all that it's foolish. Right down, it's muted. I had to do it myself, damn, now it's all booming.
This episode was brought to you by the Virginia Beach SWAM Business Office. If you are a business in Virginia Beach, looking for resources, funding, whatever you need, please go to virginiabeach.gov/SWAM. It's virginiabeach.gov/SWAM. Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome to season 1 of Student Entrepreneur Virginia Beach in partnership with the Virginia Beach Uplift Program. On this show, we dive into real stories of founders, funders, and builders shaping underdog cities, uncovering what it truly takes to launch, grow, and scale a business. Whether you're an entrepreneur or just someone who wants to learn or you want to invest, we have founders who can give you different aspects of entrepreneurship. My next guest today is a business owner in Virginia Beach area who turned her passion to serve people into a dining experience you will never forget. And her soul food will make you singing hymns. Help me make welcome the owner of Black Eyed Peas, Miss Cynthia Terry. How you doing, Cynthia?
I'm great. Thank you. Thanks for having me today.
Good to have you on the show. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great.
I mean, you look good.
Oh, wow, you do too?
So thank you for coming on the show. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. For those who don't know who Cynthia is, give them just a little bit of a bio of how you started and how you got to where you are today.
So my name is Cynthia Terry. I'm an entrepreneur for Southern Comfort style food. I love all foods. I'm a culinary chef as well. My experience with food goes way back. So I've been dealing and dabbing in food for the last 30, 40 years. Food is a passion of mine. It started out when I was a young girl. I come from a big family in the South, so we're real traditional style when it comes to cooking meals per day. Going out to eat was probably not a thing in our history, but when I was coming up. So preparing food at home and cooking for the family, everyone sitting down at the table, gathering and eating together was a really big thing. So I was the chef at that time as well.
Wow.
That's right, at the age of 9, 10, 11, 12.
Wow. So for those who, we know Cynthia as the owner of Black Eyed Peas. For those who don't know, so before Black Eyed Peas, who was Cynthia? How did you even get into, owning a business, going into cooking? How did you get into that? Give us a background of where you were before we even got here.
I'm from Florida. It was a very small island in Florida that I came from. And the work that we had then was mostly food work or hotels and hospitality, restaurants inside of the hotels. And that's where my background experience come from. So I always went to the food side because that's something I was familiar with. And I just learned so much from the different styles of different chefs that I met along my journey. So doing food was easy for me. It came natural and it was a great fit. So when I started it, I really liked it and it just intrigued me to do more and more. As I got older, I joined the grocery store changes and I worked in the delis and the bakeries. I was a bakery manager for quite some time. And my first job in the bakery was making cakes. So we offered wedding cakes. And I used to do wedding cakes and I would go and set them up in the people's home. And I always take extra tools because just in case something didn't look right to me, I had to correct it. So it was just always my passion.
Wow. So how did you get into the restaurant business? Like, what was that journey to that?
After working for companies for a long time, like I said, I was the bakery and deli manager. We call it Fresh Foods today.
Yes.
I was like, I'd go so far for my customers. I do so much. I should do this for myself. I wasn't really in tune to the entrepreneurship world, but I knew that there was a way. I knew I had a calling, and that was my calling. So I reached out to a friend, and he was sitting in a restaurant, and he was already doing it. And I partnered with him, and I asked him, how can I change this for me and become my own supervisor and work for myself and give back to the people the way I like to do it as well. And he helped me, he supported me, he encouraged me. And I started with him. I was with him for like 10 years, really. And we grew the business together once we became a partnership. But I knew I had to grow even from there as well. So my mission is to continue to grow, continue to learn all the things I possibly can. Food business is an amazing business. I mean, it's $1 trillion business.
Market, yes.
Really, literally. And people don't realize that. They think, oh, yeah, here today, gone tomorrow. No, it's forever because we must eat. Food gives us soul. Our soul gives us life, and we must continue the journey.
See, I've heard a lot of people think they can easily start a restaurant and run it because they see someone else do it. Like, yeah, you just cook food and serve people. How easy or how hard is it to manage a restaurant and run it from the kitchen to the front to everything?
That's a very good question because it's not easy at all. It only becomes easy if, say you had a favorite color and it was red and everything you gifted was red. So it's easy to love it, right? Because it's your favorite. So for food and being a manager and supervising a huge facility where you're doing operations from the back door to the front door, it must be your favorite color. And you must have a stake in it to love it, because it's not an easy task. Can you imagine having 12 kids and adapting to 12 kids? You got 12 different personalities, 12 different shades of call it what you like, but it must be managed.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine having the tickets coming in left or right. I've always, I watch a lot of shows on Netflix, and I always watch the cooking shows, and people, get ticket, everyone is chaos. There's so much chaos. And in that chaos, you find some way to make sure everyone gets their order.
It's a bit chaos, but it's all in love. And at the end of the day, we're all together. During that process, you're probably throwing stuff, freaking out. This ain't right. What am I doing here? Oh my God. Go in the corner, scream, go in the cooler, shake it off, come back out, get that plate together, get it served, get it in front of that customer. And the joy of it all is to see the smile on the customer face.
What would you say have been maybe one of your lowest days where things just went awful, but you laugh at it now? You look back and like, that was a hard day, but now it's funny. Are there some days that you had like that where it was a really bad day?
Those days are definitely going to come unexpectedly.
Yeah.
You could get up and start your morning and say, okay, I got everything planned. Everything's going to be perfect today. That can literally turn into your worst day because you got a big party. You got 2 big parties, both of them 30 tops. And you got to make sure both of these people are on target and these groups are happy. But you had 5 people scheduled and only 3 showed up.
That's right.
So you're jumping hoops, that's when your A game have to show up.
Have you ever gotten an order wrong? This might be just I don't even if it's a question. Have you ever gotten an order wrong for a table, and how did you manage that?
Well, first you get people comfortable.
Yes.
You speak to them and greet them and ask them questions.
Yes.
And, talk to them. If you get a person mellow and sound, they will participate. A person only wants to be recognized.
Right.
And, they want to know that you see them, and you're not just worried about the next table or anybody else, but make a person feel individually acceptable.
Yes.
Calm them.
So let me ask you this. Why Virginia Beach? Of all the other cities or all the other places you could have gone to, why Virginia Beach?
It's my home. I've been in Virginia Beach for 25 years, and Virginia Beach is where I first started, and it's been so wonderful to me, and I'm so appreciative of it, and I just love it. I love everything about it. It's soft, it's kind, it's acceptance, it's just reassuring, it's giving, it's love. It's everything we do when we're doing food to support our community and each other. And
I'm asking this question because I've asked everyone this, because I know every city has its culture and differences. What would you say you've seen about Virginia Beach, or how do you do business in Virginia Beach succeed? About the people, what makes them so different from your perspective?
They're very kind, and that means a lot. It is so hard being in business, and you know that you are given 110, and then you get more than 1, 2, 3, 5 customers come in and don't appreciate it, and just keep giving you negativity. But Virginia Beach is different. Virginia Beach reminds me of my growing up, my raising. They are calm, they are kind, they respect, they listen, and they'll give you back good advice if you ask for it.
Right.
They don't volunteer it. They're just wonderful, wonderful, kind-hearted people, which makes the difference in life today.
Wow. So I'm gonna shift a little bit. How did you get involved with the NBC? And also, I know you are either friends or connected to Councilwoman in my Amelia Ross.
Yes, absolutely. And that's how I became a member. Miss Amelia, she is so wonderful. She is great. She gave me great advice. She counseled me, and she told me which way. She spoke of her advice, how she think would to support me and what I like to do, my goals, and places that I could start that would be a great start and a great support for my business adventures. So she mentioned the NBC. She said, I'll give you a list and I'll let you decide what you choose to do, and I'll support it and I'll help you get there. And she did just that.
Wow. And then Uplift program, you're part of the cohort.
Yes.
How did you get into that? And what was it important for you to be able to go into that program?
Well, because the Uplift program, it offers things that we as entrepreneurships need to continue our journey, to make our journey healthy. And it's important to have a healthy journey when you are an entrepreneur. It's important to get your tools and be able to effectively use them and screw them in everything that you're doing in business. The food is the most important thing, but the way you carry your business and yourself is extremely important. And to know, you can hire an accountant, but you should know that too, because it's your business. And what is going to be important is when you get a question, you need to have an answer, And the only way you can do that is put yourself in the right places.
So if you would say, are there some things that you were, you didn't know about, or you were shocked by when you got into Uplift program, like, yo, I did not know this was a thing or a problem, but now I need to figure this out?
Well, I like they do bring in a lot of people to speak with you on a lot of different levels of running a business.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm always trying to uplift myself.
Yes.
And I'm
No pun intended, Uplift program.
That's right. And it was always important to be around like-minded people.
Yes.
So to get new information on other things out there, because you don't know everything that's out there. Some things are familiar with things, but they're always a different way.
That's right.
It's always many ways. And the more you have, the better it will be for you.
So where did the name Black Eyed Peas come from? And how did you get into owning your own business? I know you had a partner. How did you get into becoming the sole owner and then having how did Black Eyed Peas come about? How did the name come?
So Black Eyed Peas, the name came from how I was raised. My mom cooked Black Eyed Peas every night. That was her favorite peas. And then that's one step of it. But the second step, it goes even further. When the slaves were freed and emancipated, the captors, their plantation owners, burnt all the crops so they couldn't eat. The only pea that survived, the only food that survived was Black Eyed Peas. And a lot of people, they're not familiar with that, but those are facts.
Wow.
So why not invent and keep the cultural for succeeding and reproving?
That is a deep meaning to the name. I'm glad I asked you that question, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have known that history of how the name came about. I mean, I know Black Eyed Peas because, that's the beans that I usually eat that with my white rice, combined with some stew, and then with Gucci. But that history brings a lot more perspective into the name.
That's why we do it for New Year's every year.
Yeah.
We do the greens and the Black Eyed Peas. The green is the money, the Black Eyed Peas is the luck.
Wow. So how did you get into owning your own business, turn it into becoming, this is my baby, this is what I want to do?
Well, just like I mentioned, I partnered up with someone, but I always had my own dream.
Yes.
I always had my own goal of how I wanted to do it. As I mentioned early on, when I spoke to the person for a partnership, it was just to teach me how to really receive it and understand it. And that's exactly what I did. And I brought it all to me. I made it come to a fruition for myself, how I needed it to work.
And, backstage, we talked about how you're big on empowering women, big on being I would say an example of excellence, right? What has that been like, being a Black woman in business? What has that experience been like?
It feels great, because actually my great-great-grandfather, he was free, back in the slavery days. He was one of those men who was free to do what he did. My background also, we come from pastors. I have a lot of pastors. My nephew is a pastor. And it's just my family, we're just really big on supporting each other in the community. And we always encourage and teach to always give back. You share what you have to someone else so you can help them grow as well. Because everybody's not as fortunate as everybody, you know?
Yeah.
And in order to grow, you must be able to receive it and give it.
Are there some, some lessons you learn along the way, on your own business that, you like to shed light on or, highlight for other, women out there who
Sure.
are...
If you believe in yourself, go for it. You're worth it. It's worth it. And it will pay off. It gets hard, but it is so worth it.
Yeah.
You don't give up. You believe that what God started in you, he will finish. He will take you to the end. It will be his way, not your way.
Yeah.
Remember, his will be done.
How hard has it gotten for you?
Very hard. I've changed course. I started in Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
I am now in Norfolk, Virginia.
Wow.
On a very nice same road, same destination, and it's beautiful.
Wow.
And when God is in it, can't nobody change it. No door can close. People can assume, but it's okay. That's what we do. We're humans. But continue to give and keep your thoughts and keep your dreams and keep your hopes.
Wow. What are some other resources? Because we talked about how you used to have a 2.5 Google rated score.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the dip of the low, but you were able to
Yes.
come out of that high.
Absolutely. I came all the way up to a 3.9 with no factors, no crazy stuff, naturally, because that was not who I am. That's part of what you go through when you're building. You're going to have highs, you're going to have lows. You just got to stay in it. You stay in the fight.
How do you stay in the fight? How do you go from? Because I feel like a 2.5 would make you be like, man,
Well, you
am I
start
ever
by
going to come out of there?
You start by joining programs like Uplift.
Yes.
You get encouragement. You put yourself in rooms that supports you, not to put down you. You don't need a downer. You need an upper when there's times like that. So my best advice is just keep pushing.
Right.
Push. And you know what push stands for, right?
Tell me.
Push until something happens.
Now that's right.
So that's what you got to do.
That's right.
You got to keep pushing.
So tell me this, what are some, for you, been in business for a couple years, what would you say are some core business principles or core business things that you've learned along the way or you've seen that most business owners overlook and end up making mistakes in, or some things you've actually gone through that you've learned from that you want to pass on?
Well, don't be open-minded. Don't be too quick to assume your past is your future, because it's not. If someone come to you and try to talk to you sensible, take good constructive criticism. It's okay. You're not perfect. You do make mistakes. You don't see you as someone else see you. Mm-hmm. Listen.
Yeah.
Take the advice. Just try to be open-minded. Don't stay in a tunnel vision moment always,
And I mean, I think criticism is a huge, I would say, is a huge thing for people to get over. Because most times people think, not people, like for myself, I think I know it, or I know how I'm doing. This is my thing. I know it. This is my baby. You can't tell me what to do. Like, how do you get over that hump of being, it's me, to saying, maybe there's something there?
You have to be a stewardess for yourself. You have to accept that you don't have all the answers, and what you're doing, it's been done before.
Yes.
You can probably achieve something that they say can't be done, but you have to follow the rules. So there's rules to everything, gravity, everything we do. Somebody saying, oh, I can fly, but you have to take it for what it is. That don't mean go jump off this building.
That's right.
Because you think you can fly.
There are laws, yes.
Take it for what it is.
Yes.
Understand it. Just try to perceive people and accept people for who they are and what they're trying to give to you.
Yeah.
Everything and every advice you get does not always apply to you, but understand it when you hear it.
Yeah. What is your why, Cynthia? Why do you do this? Why be in business? Why?
Because I had a strong mother. I have strong grandgirls. I have a strong daughter. And I have courageous, beautiful, strong boys. Mm. And I have a loving husband. And I do it so I want to impress them. I want them to know that they can do and achieve anything they put their minds to. Because it's doable.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. We're here to achieve.
Yeah. What's the future? What is the future for Black Eyed Peas? What is the future
Future
for
for
Cynthia?
Black Eyed Peas is the sky is the limit.
Yes, yes.
That's one thing. But just growth, getting that name in almost every household worldwide, not just America. You know, I think it's a vision that is bigger than me. It goes beyond me. I want to be a franchise one day. I want to be a change one day. I want all the things that corporate America has. I think we can get there, and I don't want to change. I want to stay consistent. I want all my tastes to deliver and stay the same. You know, I want to be that person. I want to be the next Oprah in food.
Yes,
You know,
yes, yes.
in the food world.
What do you think is gonna take to get there?
What I'm doing, I'm already in play for it, believing in myself. That's the first start, moving forward, pushing forward.
And as we're coming to the end of the show, Cynthia, it's been amazing to have you on. You're always an inspiration. It's just being able to kind of hear you share your story and hear your journey. I think it's very inspiring for other people out there who are watching. In that same line, if there's someone watching at home today or saying, I don't know if this business is for me, if this thing I'm trying to do is going to work out, if it's going to be for me, what do you want to say to them from your own experiences, being where you've been and where you are today?
Take a leap of faith. Believe in yourself. You can do it.
If people want to come to Black Eyed Peas or want to reach out to you, how can they find you? How can they get in contact with you?
Phone number is 757-470-4487. Black Eyed Peas Inc. at gmail.com. Instagram is Black Eyed Peas BB.BB. And the webpage is blackeyedpeasvb.com.
Why should people come to Black Eyed Peas and get something to eat or come and experience? Why should they come?
Because Black Eyed Peas, you will always get a taste of the South in your mouth and a great experience and welcoming comfort food. Makes your soul feel real good.
I like that line. But before we end, I want to give a big shout out to Derek Green, Cooking with the Greens. Derek and his wonderful wife, Anita Green. Derek was able to give us these paintings for the set. If you want to get one of these, please look them up at Cooking with the Greens and grab you one of these. These are beautiful. Cynthia, thank you so much for being on the show. It's an absolute pleasure just hearing your story and sitting with you. And for those who are watching from home, thank you for tuning in. It's been another Student Entrepreneur episode. And this episode was brought to you by the Virginia Beach Swam Business Office. If you want to look for resources, visit the website below. And if you're a business in Virginia Beach, apply to an Uplift program. They got funding, resources, all you need to succeed. And as I always say in this show, it's sunny in Virginia Beach, and your boy Zeke is out here. And I'll see you guys on this episode. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.
I heard this song and I turn it right down, it's muted. I had it doing myself, damn, now it's all booming. I got it booming. Stats going up, we all going dumb, not stupid. Trying to keep up with me, I told them all that it's foolish.